Hello there, I'm Jonathan Kydd, and I want to talk a bit about the brave people who start up chants and songs, the chant and song starters, because all chants and songs are started, aren't they? They just don't happen spontaneously. I mean, everyone isn't telepathically linked, not even Man U fans. They don't all burst into song at once. They're not a group of mind-linked zombies from an episode of something on the Sci-Fi Channel, not even Man U fans, or a whole series of people with a hive or ant mentality, like my mum's twin aunts who could order a pint in unison from opposite ends of a bar and went out with the same bloke for a year and he never noticed. They were Fulham fans. No, starting a chant is in fact a slow process. One person starts it, someone joins in, then it grows and grows, then it's a full-throated effort. That sounds simple, but if it was that simple, everyone would do it, but everyone doesn't, because there are hidden terrors with starting a chant. There's always the spectre of horrible failure hanging over you, and I have seen strong, grown, mature, fat men with huge guts and tattoos crushed by failing to have anyone pick their chant up. It can be as humiliating as realising you've forgotten to wear your lucky trousers. No, worse, any trousers at all. As humiliating as having to walk the girl you took to the dance for your first date ever, who got off with some older, taller bloke from school. You had to walk her to her parents' car because you asked her out in the first place. And I speak from experience, her name was Caroline Pike and I was 14, and thank you for listening to me, as I think it's given me some closure sharing with you. Anyway, mind you, some chant starters are hard. As thick-skinned as my one-armed Uncle Jack, to whom the words from the bloke with the machete, "If you come in here with your poofy ways, you leave with a limb missing," he ignored completely. And I've noticed that what the would-be chant starter does if his chant attempt is ignored is to either manfully finish the whole chant on his own, which some do, especially when no one else around them is actually chanting anything else. They're saying, "Fuck you lot, I'm singing this one then," or join in subtly with the chant that someone else has started close by, and for some reason has become the chant that everyone decided to chant, which wasn't theirs. Keep with me, keep with me. Now, this being ignored can happen for various reasons. I stood next to a chant starter at the West Ham versus Chelsea game at Upton Park this season, and he started well and impressively with a carefree, carefree, wherever you may be, we are the famous CFC. I apologise if you're non-Chelsea, which I'm sure is a large number of you. You can tell me to fuck off if you want. It continues. It's a short chant, and we don't give a fuck wherever you be, we are the famous CFC. It's Lord of the Dance, And that song was soon being sung by all around us, and instantly he slid into it. There's a knack, you see. You don't just blurt it out. You don't just do, "Carefree," you don't do that. No, you slide into it to advertise it. Let people know that's what you're offering them, you see. So it goes, "Carefree," clapping helps as well. And there's a kind of bodily bounce or arm movement can help. Carefree. I've seen some starters actually do a kind of all-encompassing turn to try and trap people to join in. You see, it's the eye contact. Carefree. Actually, it's all this vocal and physical effort that makes it embarrassing if no one pays any attention, you see. Now, this particular bloke nailed it with his first attempt, and he was next to me. I congratulated him, and he slid into it with expertise. Everyone slowly but surely took it on, was belted out by everyone around us. But sadly, was all downhill from then on. He lost his bottle completely, became a slightly shrunken figure after his subsequent attempted starts were all ignored, especially after he attempted a zigga-zagga that no one paid any attention to at all. That's a zigga-zagga, zigga-zagga, and the response is, "Oi, oi, oi." Then there's a repeat, zigga-zagga, zigga-zagga, then a long drawn-out zigga, followed by oi, and then the song follows on, "Oh, when the blues go steaming in," that flows from it. But to be fair to him, it's a lot to do with timing. When you start a zigga-zagga, zigga-zagga, oi, 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 just as you do, an incident occurs on the pitch, like a near miss or a dirty foul or the lino giving the throw to them when it was clearly your team's, you could be drowned out by the surrounding reactions. And you're not quite sure as the chanter whether to start it again. Well, in fact, you don't. You just fade away with it. Now that is a skill in itself, to start a chant and then not to carry on with it. You just let the "whoa," or "you dirty bastard," or "Lino, you're a fuckwit," or the group burp of dismay, "Whoa!" and it's a sort of growl, isn't it? "Ah!" around you. Whatever's being shouted out around you, you let that take over. And if necessary, shout out something yourself to give the impression you actually hadn't started the chant in the first place. In this instance, it would go, "Zigga-zagga, zigga-zagga, oi, 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 ref, get hold of him! Oi, Boamorte, you dirty bastard!" Or even just, "Oi, oi, oi!" for example, making the oi sound as if you're looking at the pitch, something on the pitch. A perfect segue, so as not to look as if you'd actually started one that no one paid any attention to. Anyway, this bloke at the Hammers knew that after a healthy start, it wasn't actually his day. After the failure of his zigga-zagga, he tried a spot, which is possibly the longest chant in the Premier League. Now, obviously, as it is, one man went to mow, there are 10 verses before everybody goes, show, say. For this poor fool who had capably dealt with the failure of his zigga-zagga with a clever, oi, 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 to climb into one man went to mow a meadow, one man and his dog Spot went to mow a meadow. He had chosen the Everest of all chants to start, and his foolhardiness was to leave him a crumpled heap as he failed miserably, fell down the steep cliff face of having chosen completely the wrong moment to have started it. At a corner. I mean, I could have told him, no, insert Spot, the Bohemian Rhapsody of all chants. It's so fucking long. Insert that in a lull, when someone's injured, when there's a dull piece of play, like when Man City are parking the bus or passing the ball about, when a substitution's being made. But not at a corner. This bloke revved up as Lampard trotted up. One man went to mow! And Frank lamped it into the centre. The ball was headed out, pinged backwards and forwards with the usual calls of encouragement that go with corners. Not a dicky bird of his chant could be heard. When it died down, he was on 3 men. 3 men went. The panic was in his eyes. He had to finish the verse. 3 men went to mow. He was speeded up. Went to mow and 1 man and his 3 men and 1 man to mow a meadow. The ball had gone out for a goal kick. But he wouldn't let it lie. 4 men went to mow. No one was interested. Someone put him out of his misery by starting up and, hello, hello, we are the Chelsea boys, and if you are a Tottenham fan, so do all you like. It was as if a sniper had shot him expertly through the jaw. He stopped mid-meadow. Went to mow a meadow. And that was that. Not a squeak from him for the rest of the game. I would swear he'd shrunk several centimetres as well. So, the perils of the chant starter. It's not for the faint-hearted.